As a runner, here is my blessed beyond belief moment. During my early years in Catholic school, my dear teachers would not teach us how to pray, but rather told us to pray. As a young child, how was I supposed to know how to pray? I could not even begin to understand the power that prayers have. As the years went by after Catholic school, so did the lack of religious education in my life. My parents or teachers never talked about God. It was somewhat taboo. I vividly remember my mother asking me to recite 20 Hail Marys in the car on our way to school. I used to ask her why. She would answer sternly, "Just because I told you so." Is this a perfect prayer? Is this a prayer coming from a place of love for God? I did not think so, but reluctantly I started reciting the Hail Mary aloud with her. Looking back at that moment, I feel an ache in my heart as I imagine God watching over me lovingly in pain for me. Year after year, I reflected on what my perfect prayers could be. I thought the fact that God created each one of us uniquely in His image, because of that, He would address us in many different ways. A lot like a parent should adapt to his child's needs. Alleluia! One day I realized that my praying to God could be my very own, a bond that He and I would share in a very special way. I started praying in the shower, while I was flying, or even driving, in hope to hear Him talk back to me. 4 years ago, when my life was at one of its lowest moments, I began to pray while I was running, and I soon felt the Lord's wonderful excitement over me. I felt close to Him. I know He was pleased because He would show me His joy in miraculous ways. One day it was in the form of a rainbow in the middle of a hot summer day with no rain clouds in sight. Another time a bird gently swirled back and forth, leading me through the path of my run. I felt the most amazing testimony of His happiness and joy through the enormous strength I would always have when running, as if He did not want me to stop. Running was like breathing. It came to me effortlessly. I was unstoppable. The more I ran, the more God seemed delighted. Running was healing, grieving, praising, and praying. I had finally found my perfect prayer, my way of communicating with God, as if during those times we were one. He lives in me and I am in Him. And that is my blessed beyond belief moment.